Greetings friends, and welcome to my channel and welcome to this very exciting video. My name is Brittany. If you've never been here before, hi, welcome to what we have going on here in general and especially today. You guys, today's video is going to be my first impressions and first time using the RawBeautyKristi frickin' palette, dude. Oh my god. So this is, as I'm sure you know, because of the fact that everyone knows, right? We all know. If you don't know, now you know. This is the palette that RawBeautyKristi put out with Pur Cosmetics, and I am so excited to use this. Okay, so it's okay. I am so excited to do this video. It's honestly sort of insane. I haven't been this excited for a collab in ages, and it's because I honestly just like love Kristi, and that might seem weird because we've never met and she doesn't know me, but I feel like I know her, and I feel like in an alternate universe we would have been friends. So while I will give you, my honest opinion on everything, I can't say that it's going to be fully unbiased because it's really hard to be unbiased when you really like the person who created the product, right? So I'm gonna do my best, but just know in advance that I really like Kristi, and I'm so proud of her. If you were there for the launch, it was quite a thing. So the fact that I even got this is so amazing, and that was just a couple days ago. They shipped it to me so quickly, and they sent me this little coupon for 25% off, and the code is We're Sorry 25 with an apology for how the launch went, and they also sent me an eyeliner, which I guess we'll use today. So I think that that's great. Thank you, Pur, for, accommodating, since it was such a thing. And I know that devastated Kristi, but if anything, it should just show her how truly loved she is. You know what I mean? So many people love her and wanted to support her and feel connected to her that they destroyed Pur's website just to buy something that she created that has her name and her face on it. So I think, if anything, that should give some kind of solace of the type of love that is felt for her. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and create a look with this palette. I'm going to create two. One with one side, one with the other side. We're going to do a two-toned eye look, which I love. And I'm just going to tell you what I think about it and probably give you some swatches. And then that's it. That's what this is going to be. And I'm so excited to do it. So before we get started, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. Join the Brat Pack. I put out new videos every week and I would love to hang out with you. And now let's just go ahead and let's get in this. Let's open it. I haven't even opened it yet. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. So here is the palette. And if you haven't seen it before, now you have it. It's a double-sided palette. So on one side we have this beautiful neutral everyday type of side for people who do everyday makeup, depending on what your everyday makeup is, because that's very subjective. And on the other side, when you flip it over, it is a party in a palette. So we're gonna do one look with one side, one look with the other, and I am so stoked. So let me just see if I can bring in any closer. I think I might be able to. And then let's get into trying out this freaking palette that I'm so excited to try. Okay, let's go. Okay, so this is as close as I can bring in. In my time, you're extremely close to my face, but I don't know how close it's gonna look with this lens, so fingers crossed, because I would love for you to be able to really see what we're doing here. So let's go ahead and let's start, I think the colorful on this eye. I just wanna get straight into the party side, because I'm a party girl. Okay, let's go. Okay, I wanna start with Dandelion and start by putting that in the crease first. Let's do it. All right, let's work that in. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to be playing with this. Should have put tape. Oh well. It's a nice little yellow there. So that's what we're starting with right there. And now, man, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do because there's so many beautiful shades here. I know for sure I want to get into Side Effect, which is the pink, Garden State, which is that green, and Cafe Disco. I want to use all of them, to be honest, but I know that that's not practical, so I think I'm going to go on with Side Effect, lower in the crease on the inner portion. So let's see here. I'm blend it into that yellow, just like that. That's so pink. That is exactly what I wanted. I really like the look that Kristi did on herself for the campaign with this pink. It was I think the pink into the orange and maybe a little yellow. It was so nice. Oh my god. And now I'm going to take the purple Tribute shade and I'm going to blend that into the pink on the outer corner. Ooh, we got some fallout. Wait a minute. I have to leave it. I didn't bring any of my normal makeup brushes out here with me. So that's what we have going on with the purple. I don't love the purple so much. I feel like it's sort of blending away. Do you see that? What have I done wrong here? I must have done something wrong. Give me a second. I don't know how I feel at this moment right now. Okay, give me a second to clean up this fallout. Just a second. Okay, so I just went ahead and kind of fiddled with this a bit. I found the purple a little bit challenging to work with. To be fair, I find most purples challenging to work with. 99% of them give me a little bit of a pain, and this just falls under that category. The pink worked nicely, the yellow worked nicely, the purple's just a little finicky, as purples typically are, so take that as you will. I still like, you know, I still was able to get it to look nice. It's just a little more finicky. I feel like it might serve better on maybe a tacky base. I did concealer with setting powder like usual, and I feel like maybe it would do better with a tacky base, but we're going to move on now that I got it looking, you know, decent. So what we're going to do now is take Garden State, this beautiful green, and we're gonna smudge that on the lower lash line. We're just gonna press that on the lower lash line about halfway in, like so. Ooh, that's such a pretty color. I'm into that color. Ooh, yeah, and then just add a little more. Yes. Love that. I'm actually gonna now take the blue shade Hurtful and try to marry the teal with the purple on the outer corner. Oh man, okay. This has got a lot of fallout, I'm not gonna lie to you. I should not have done my base first. I thought it would be okay. I know better with blues. It's dusting away pretty easily though. Can you see like a shadow? I can't tell on camera. Either way, let's move on. You just gotta really tap off your brush after you pack it on. And now I'm gonna pack some purple on over the edge of that blue to like marry the two together. And I'm also gonna pat it up top as well to not lose that vibrancy. Okay, now what do we want right here? It would look good next to blue. I guess we could do yellow there. Let's do some yellow. So I'm taking Dandelion again, and I'm just going to put that on the inner corner. I am so bummed out. I thought I would like this so much more. I'm gonna try to, again, intensify that purple because I feel like we're losing it a bit here. If you got this palette, please let me know what you think of this purple and if I'm just dumb and can't figure this out, because it's possible. I'm not, you know, anything special here, but I'm having a little bit of trouble with it. And I don't know if I'm doing something wrong as far as how I should be applying it, because I'm just putting it on powdered concealer like I normally do, and maybe there's something that I'm missing here, but this is what we got going on so far. I'm going to now take the shimmer shade and put it on that lid. I'm excited to try that, because the name of the shimmer shade is Cafe Disco, which is from The Office, which I love The Office like everyone on earth. You know, we all love The Office. I got it. We know. So this is the shade right there, Cafe Disco, which is so beautiful. And I'm excited to put that on the lid. That is so pretty. It's a really good choice for a shimmer on this side, I think. I don't seem to get much fallout with this shade, which I appreciate. And it looks really nice next to both the pink and the purple. So this is what we have going on with the colorful shade right now. I'm gonna add some eyeliner and then be right back to show you what it's gonna look like. We're gonna do mascara at the end when we've done both eyes, but I just wanna get some eyeliner on this eye and see what it's looking like, so just a second. Okay, so there it is with some eyeliner. I'm now gonna take the white shade in the palette, Lumos, and I'm gonna press that on the inner corner. So I love a matte white inner corner highlight. I think it's, ooh, that's a good ass white too. So there's the colorful eye. Let's go ahead and do the neutral, which I feel like is what a lot of people are gonna use more of anyway. So let's check that out real quick. Okay, so just like on the other eye, I'm gonna start with the yellow shade first. I'm gonna take this beautiful shade Camelot. I'm so excited to put this on my eye. I know Kristi said she named this for her mom, and literally listening to her talk about that could make me cry immediately. I was on the verge of tears because it was just so sad. But it's a beautiful shade. It's like a more burnt mustardy version of the previous yellow that we used. Okay, so that's the yellow right there. It went on super, super easy. And now, I'm trying to figure out what I want to use next. I think I want to use Told You right here. Yeah, I think I want to use Told You. Let's just add that into the crease as well. I love the tones that she chose for her neutral side. I think it's like truly beautiful, and these are blending together easier than the colorful side did for me. Oh, I'm so sorry to say that. I feel so bad. Okay, I'm now going to take B and I'm going to work that in as well in the same kind of general area as the previous two. Again, love the tone of the, oh yeah, the tone of this brown. All right, so that's what we have going on right now. Super, super cute. Love the tones of these shadows so very much. Okay, I'm next gonna take You're Not My Real Dad, which is, you know, the most Kristi saying of all sayings, and it's one of her quotable sayings that I say like at work when someone tells me to do something and I say, "You're not my real dad," but I'm just joking. Back when I had a job, you know, that's just such a Kristi saying, so I love that she included that in here. This is a really pretty shade too. I love the browns that she chose. I'm like a neutral bitch, you know? I just am. And I think that these are really like the kind of neutrals that I'm all about, you know? Damn, dude. I really wish I liked this more. This is bumming me out. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the shade Golden Ticket, which is the one from the center, the shimmer on this side, and I'm gonna put that all over the lid. I'm trying to, you know, mirror the two, make them both look similar. Ooh, that's a pretty gold. That's the type of gold that I like. Damn. Hell yeah. Yeah, I like this gold a lot. Again, I think it's like the perfect shimmer to pair with the side of the palette that it goes with. Because damn. See, that looks really nice. Look at that. Okay, let's do the lower lash line. I think I'm gonna start with Copper Boxes. This shade is super special. Like, it's a very unique brown and I like it quite a bit. And I wanna blow that out under the lash line. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. Beautiful. That's how I would describe it, I think. Oh wait. I accidentally dipped into Told You. But yeah, it's very, it reminds me of the shade from Anastasia Soft Glam that I love, Rustic. Oh man, that's like my favorite shade in the whole palette because it's like this very unique sort of brown, and this reminds me of it. Just a different formula. And I'm now going to take B and put that on the outermost corner, and then a little of You're Not My Real Dad and put it right, just right there. I'd also like to take a little bit of Told You and just over all of it. Yeah. That was obnoxious. I'm so sorry. Okay. Where is it? I last want to take the shade My Whole Heart, the matte shade, beige matte shade, and put that on the inner corner. Ooh, yeah. See, that looks good. That looks really good. Look at that. Okay, let me throw on some eyeliner. I'm going to put mascara and lips on, and then I'm going to come back and discuss how I feel with you, which I'm actually, I'm a little, okay, we'll discuss it in a second, just a second. Okay. Okay, let's just shoot. So, I don't even want to do this. So I sat in the bedroom and I did my eyeliner, I did my mascara and my lips, and I really contemplated whether or not I even wanted to continue this video or just trash the entire thing, because I feel so absolutely awful about my final thoughts. But I've never once on my channel not put up a review because when I filmed it I didn't like the product, and I've never once like, oh, I just feel so bad. I've never once sat and been like, shoot, this isn't good. It doesn't reflect well on the brand or the person, so I don't want to put it up. I'm always honest, and if I buy something to review it and I don't like it, I post it. So I'm just gonna, I feel so bad. Okay, so final thoughts. I like it, but I don't love it, and that makes me feel so bad. I've never felt worse about doing a review because of how much I really, really like Kristi. She's the nicest and best and most wonderful like YouTuber ever. She's in my top 5 ever of people that I'd want to like hang out with if my channel ever got off the ground, collab with. Like, I really just like her and I feel like we would be friends, but I just, if I'm totally honest, it's just not, I'm a little disappointed, and that's just the truth. It's just not what I expected. I don't know what I expected. What I expected was to get this and have this be like my go-to palette, the one I would take with me and pull out on everyday basis when I'm not filming and I'm just like getting ready, or if I'm going somewhere, to take with me, because it's so wonderfully designed, with one side with the rainbow font, so you know it's the rainbow side of the palette, and the other side with the rose gold font, so you know it's the neutral side of the palette, and having everything with you. I thought like this is gonna be my jam. But I just don't, off first impressions, off first application, it's just not that for me. And I just feel so bad about that, because I want it to be that for me. And I don't want to ever say anything negative about RawBeautyKristi or anything that she put out, because even with me saying all this, if she was to relaunch it and I knew, I would buy it again. You know what I mean? If I didn't have it, I'd buy it again, even after having this experience, because I would support what she puts out wholeheartedly, because I really like her and I really feel strongly about supporting the people that are doing good things. I'm just not as in love with this as I wanted to be. Okay, so let me explain. I feel like the neutral side turned out pretty good. I feel like it blended really nice together. I love the tones. I love the color story in this palette altogether. I love the concept and the colors. I think they're gorgeous. I just don't love the formula. That's the problem for me. Like, I feel like the neutrals went better because they're neutral, so they're easier to blend together. It looks really nice and smooth. There's a little patchiness, but it's nothing big. But the color just gave me trouble, man. I don't know if you can tell, but the purple's already gone. And it was really difficult to like pack it and blend it, just in general. And I know that it's a pressed pigment, and in general those are more difficult, but I have pressed pigment palettes and I use them, and though they are more finicky, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Norvina Volume 3 palette, the butterfly one. The formula reminds me of that, like the powdery pressed pigments. And I do love that palette, and I do wear that palette. I find that it works better with a sticky base, so I am like, probably as soon as we get done filming this, I'm going to take this off and start over and try it with a sticky base and see if that performs a little bit better. But even with the Norvina one, that formula, I just have trouble with that type of formula, so this might be a me thing, where even when I use a sticky base, this is the type of palette that I would use to create really beautiful looks for photos, but not wear long term, because I find that they don't stay as well. You know what I mean? And that they're not as easy to work with. And I feel like the formula is similar. Again, the neutrals are a lot easier for me to work with, though they are the same formula, I feel. They're just by nature easier to work with and easier to blend. And I think the tones are just so stunning that she chose. And this side of my face, I feel super pretty with this lip. Like, get out of here. I think it's really nice, but I just overall, I wanted to like it more, and I'm disappointed that I don't, and I feel like such an asshole. I've never felt worse, which I'm sure I've already said, but I've never felt worse giving a review. But I just have to be honest. And I think if I'm being honest, if I was going to give it a letter grade like I usually do, the colorful side I think would get like a C across the board, and I think the neutral side would get like a B plus, something like that. And it's just a bummer, because I wanted it to be an A plus. That's all it is, but it just wasn't for me, and that's just the truth. And please, if you love Kristi, don't be mad at me and come with anger and hate, because like, I love her too, and I wanted to love this so much, and it just, you know, Kristi, if you ever see this, which I doubt you will, like, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. I feel bad for not just like loving it, and I feel like I should just trash this video, but that's just not something that I do. Just know I like it. It's just not my favorite, and that goes, you know, for everyone watching. I like it. I just don't love it, but I still think you should get it, because you might have better luck. The restock is actually the day that I'm filming this, so I hope that if you wanted it, you got it. I'm still glad I got it. I do not regret sitting on that queue and waiting for it, because again, I would support her through, you know, whatever, but it's just not my favorite application experience I've had, and not my favorite outlook as far as the way it looks. Okay, and with that said, that completes this video. I hope it was helpful and informative. Please, if you haven't already, join the Brat Pack by subscribing and hitting the bell. I put out new videos every week, both makeup and true crime, and I'd love to hang out with you. And yeah, that's just it. I feel weird ending this, but that's the end. I'll insert some swatches real quick, just right here, because I said that I would, and I totally spaced on that. Okay guys, so here are the swatches here. Hopefully that autofocus is not bothering you. I know the sound is so freaking annoying on my camera. But here are the swatches right here. They're beautiful. They're very pigmented. I love the color story. It's just, you know how I feel. So there we go. But okay guys, that's everything. Thank you for being here when you could literally be anywhere else on the internet, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.